All right, starting off with the roll cage, we got our forward bars all mocked up, multiple pieces that we fitted. We're gonna be using as our template. Of course, we got some dimple gang action going on for some gussets on the A-pillars. This one's a little tricky. One thing I want to point out is this car is obviously gonna have T-tops. We'll be riding around without the tops on. So what I really wanted to do is I wanted to add a roll radius or a roll to follow kind of the shape of the car with the cage off. Being T-tops, you're gonna have to access the T-top down here, so couldn't have the cage running through here. Usually you would run it pretty tight to the A-pillar, but because of the accessibility to the T-top handle, it would be in the way. This is tricky because you're having to do a roll and then a bend all in the same piece. So took a couple tries, but we got it figured out. There's Jade crashing the party. Oh, Abby, come say hi to my doggy. This is my puppy. She's actually not a puppy, but she's my baby. Hi. You're so cute. Say hi to the camera. Okay, bye. What's up?
No.
It started off as a straight piece, and then we're able to give it a roll. Is a good example of it right there. Right in your face. Alrighty, we got the back half of the cage all fitted up right where we want it. Got our crossbar, we got our diagonal bar, an additional, crossbar to brace it all in, and then we got the harness bar across, and that'll secure the harnesses. So, as always, we're gonna take this whole back section out, we're gonna fully weld it, and we'll plop it back in, and then we'll continue on the forward bars and all the roof stuff. We braced all our points just to give a temporary fixture. So that way when we weld all this up, our back braces and our main hoop will move around. Even though we still have some, we have some cross tubing to kind of keep it together. I just like to play it safe and don't want any movement, especially back here. This might pull away. So like I said, just a temporary fixtures to keep everything nice and tight. Got the back half of the cage all welded up. Super sick. Go ahead and pop off our temporary fixture here. That way everything stayed in place nice and tight, and we'll get that section back in there permanently. We have our forward bars all fitted and squared up. Got the dash bar in, and as an added bonus, we're able to reuse the factory dash bracket, which works out really nice because it just locates everything that we need. We can get the dash back in, picks up the factory column, which we're still using. So, we're still going to be using a lot of the factory interiors. So it works out really well. We'll just keep plugging away. We're going to be working on the roof bar now, windshield bar, and the roof X bars. What we ended up doing, we actually rolled a piece of tube. We wanted to match the contour of the windshield, so we rolled a nice piece of tube. And voila! You can see a nice nice rolled piece, just to give it a little flair. So now we'll work on the roof bars. You can kind of see it's got a very slight roll to it. Yeah, general idea right there. Now, hey, ho. The idea, instead of just doing a straight or a bend, obviously I wanted everything to kind of flow. You know, we have a nice roll here. I wanted to get a nice roll, and I also wanted to get it nice and tight. So that slight roll was able to pick that bar up and get it nice and snug with the roof line. So it's actually coming together pretty well. So we'll get some side pieces there, finish all that up, rock and roll. That's that blang blang panky rang. Got the roof bar, windshield bar, crossbar fitted in there. We're able to give it a nice roll up here. I trimmed a little bit of this panel to just suck it up in there. I'll go ahead and build a little piece just to kind of bring all the structure back and tie it all in. So now, burn it all in. Alrighty, we got the bottom sides all welded up. Now we're getting ready to drop the cage down. On this particular application, we're just gonna be sliding this forward since we have the crossbars coming into this. Usually we'll drill a hole and drop it down, drop the main hoop down, but in this case, we're gonna kind of tilt it forward. So we have a hole cut underneath that base plate. So the whole cage will just kind of slide forward a little bit and drop down. So that way we can weld all up on top there. It's door bar time. Being that we want to keep the interior, but we want safety, we're going to be adding a door bar. This one's going to be a little tricky because I want to keep most of the panel. There's a bunch of different ways to do it depending on your application. You can run a bar diagonal, you can do an X, you can do NASCAR style where they kind of come out, but then typically you lose the window and you kind of gut it. That's all race car stuff. You can do like a bump out. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways. Like I said, we're going to keep this one relatively simple, but we do want to maintain the panel and safety. So we're actually going to keep most of the door panel. We're just going to be cutting out like the center of it. I think it'd be nice to, you know, keep the armrest and still keep some of the factory components, trying to follow the shape of it as well. And kind of came up with this shape kind of kick up here. So we'll give it a nice little flow. It'll kind of fit around here. We'll cut this piece out. It's actually going to tuck the door bar in. It's time for fab. We got our door bars mocked up and tacked in. I just wanted to show you a cool little feature in case you're wondering what these guys are. Ta-da! Easy access to be able to get in and out. You know, if for, you know, just daily driving or cruising or whatnot. And then when you know you're going to be driving hard, you want to get some better safety in there, just slap these puppies back in. Got dimple gang! Pew, pew, pew! So we got the cage pretty much all buttoned up. I don't know though, man. I'm not feeling so good. I got a fever, and the only prescription is more dimple dyes. Super badass looking, man. I can't be any more excited than what we got going on here right now. Obviously you guys seen the process. A lot of work went into this. First thing you're gonna notice is the compound roll and bend. I wanted to be able to still have a nice roll to follow kind of the shape of the car with the tops off. Also, big important thing for head clearance too. Yeah, we got our compound roll and bend. We got a roll here and then two bends coming down here. Obviously we got our dimple dies. And just to complete it, we went double dimple on it, inside and out. Carrying the dimple die theme, we went ahead and did the B pillars as well, just to kind of fill everything in. Real super fun and intricate door bar. You can tell kind of standing over the top side. Doesn't stick out too much, doesn't stick in. It's super comfortable. You almost don't even realize that it's there. Removable as well. We're using the tube clamps just to be able to pop this off in case you need to service anything, or if you want ease of jumping in and out. The windshield bar that's rolled, and then the X bars up top are rolled as well. Pretty standard. X harness bars. I like to just complete everything and just do the X just to tie everything in. Two downward bars. It wasn't a really good place to attach these, so cut out all the factory stuff, built this box here for that to tie into, and then sometimes I'll do a strut bar connecting the two strut towers just to tie it in. But I thought I'd kind of keep the dimple theme going. Also, the factory kind of has like some dimples or kind of factory stamping, so I kind of wanted to keep that theme. So if you didn't know, it kind of looks original, but I went ahead and I dimple plated it and, you know, tied it back into here, fully welded. You know, radiators going back here, so I needed a nice clean slate to work with. Do have a, you know, crossbar as well with some tube clamps down in there, so you're able to remove it. Hope you guys enjoyed the process. This was a lot of fun, a lot of work and a lot of fun, but I mean, I think it speaks for itself. It's just super cool looking. You got any questions about any of this kind of stuff, feel free to ask. And we'll see you next time.
I got a fever. And the only prescription is more
Dimple dies! Dimple dies! It's dimple time! Cha cha cha! Dimple dies! Cha 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 cha! Yeah! Dimple dies! There's more dimple dies! Cha! Cha 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 cha! Yeah!
Can you tell I don't get out much?